Hi, I'm Tekno, and welcome to Tekno's Gaming Corner, a review show about tabletop games. Today we'll be looking at one of my favorite role-playing games of all time, D20 Modern. Now, D20 Modern was created by Wizards of the Coast to answer a plague of responses from their forums and angry threat letters, apparently, to create a modern version of Dungeons & Dragons. So, they sat down and did, except for a few things that may or may not be a good idea. For example, you don't get to play as different races. Yeah, they said, well, since it's going to be modern, why not we just use modern races? That's right, humans. You can't be any other race but humans. Also, instead of choosing a class like Paladin, so you can be a Holy Avenger, or a Cleric, so you can be a healer, or Fighters, so you can just be an all-around badass, or a Rogue, to be a good thief, you start off with character trait heroes, as in there's a smart hero, fast hero, tough hero, strong hero, charismatic hero, and a dedicated hero. Those aren't that bad in concept, and really, if you think about it, it's really good for a game like this, because you're not born being a rogue or a thief. You're born and grow up as being someone who's fast, strong, or tough, etc., etc. But you can get advanced classes to give yourself a title, like Soldier, Daredevil, Bodyguard, Gunslinger, Infiltrator. Now, the Gunslinger and Infiltrator are pretty much the Rogue and the Ranger. Yeah, that sounds about right. You can be a mage, and the way you do that is by doing the campaign setting in the back of the D20 Modern core rulebook. Yeah, a mage. Anyway, now, since this is the modern times, people are wondering, will there still be spells? Yes. Will there still be magical items? Yes. How? Simple. Magic items are just that, magic items, but they're considered ancient relics that have special powers that no one can really explain. You can also get FX abilities, which is known as spells in this world too, by several ways. Like I said before, by becoming a mage, or by getting a tattoo. Yes, a tattoo that has special powers. It's silly and weird, but it works. Also, you can learn spells by saving the spells in some form of cataloging index, like a PDA. That's right, you can store Magic Missile and Fireball in PDA and cast them. Now let's talk about some of the things they did add to the game that really wasn't added in 3.5. In D20 Modern, they have action points, wealth bonus, and reputation bonus. Now let's talk about wealth bonus. There's no money in D20 Modern, as there's no dollars, there's no gold, but apparently you have some form of credit, which is your wealth bonus. Now to obtain your wealth bonus, you just roll 2d4, add the results of the dice to your starting occupation's wealth bonus. Yes, a starting occupation. You can be a blue collar Joe, a student, an explorer, an adventurer, a scientist, whatever. And with the wealth bonus, it tells you what you're considered in life. Either you're poor, middle class, or super rich. Now, to purchase items in D20 Modern, you have to roll against a wealth DC. And it's cool. And you're probably wondering, how do you lose wealth bonus? Simple. Every time you roll against a DC of 15 or greater, you lose points. So you can go to 0 wealth bonus, but you can gain more wealth bonus by completing quests or defeating enemies. Really, I didn't like this system because you had to keep track of where you're at and gotta figure out if you really want to spend your wealth bonus all on an item that may or may not help you in the end. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about reputation bonus. Reputation bonus is a way for someone to get their foot in the door into a nightclub, high security office, what have you. In D&D, you have to roll crap load dice for just to get your foot in the door. You have to roll for intimidate, bluff, gather information, etc., etc. Now, in D20 Modern, you can still do that, or you can choose to use your reputation bonus. Now, reputation bonus allows you to get your foot in the door because either the guard knows you because you're famous, or you're infamous, or you're just not well known. It's a great system, and I really wish more games would incorporate that, because it'll make it a lot more fun and have you think, do I want to use my reputation to get us in, or just screw over to everyone else and have everyone else try. Now for something that's been added to D&D 4th edition. Some players like this. I think it was better done in D20 Modern. Action point. Now, in D&D 4th edition, you can use an action point to do another action, hence the name, action point. But I like how it was done in D20 Modern. You can use that action point to improve a roll, either it be attack roll, save roll, a skill check, what have you. All you do is you roll a d20. You add that result to whatever you're doing. For example, you're attacking a monster, and you roll a d20. You get a 2, and your attack bonus is, say, 4. But you know you need a 10 to actually hurt the monster. All you have to do before the DM tells you what happens is you say, I take an action point. You take a d6, and you roll it. And there you have it. Whatever result you get, you add on to your entire roll. You can lose action points, but you can also gain them. Everyone starts off with 5, and you can actually have a lot more if you keep saving. Now, you're probably wondering, what about playing in the past? Can you do that in D20 Modern? Yes. They actually created a book called D20 Past. What about the future? They have a book for that too. What about in cyberspace, like in the Matrix? They have a book for that too. What about the apocalypse? They have the book for that too. But wait, what if I want to play as a dark elf or a dwarf or a gnome in a modern setting? They actually have a campaign setting for that called D20 Urban Arcana. It's really cool. It actually adds even more classes along with more races you can choose from. They also created one more book before the line ended called D20 Modern Dark Matters. I haven't really played that one, so I really can't tell you if it's good or not. And if you haven't heard what I just said, yes, these books are now officially out of print. It's sad, I know, but you can probably still find them at your local hobby shop or Amazon.com or even on eBay. You can also go to Wizards of the Coast's website and download some of the SRDs and try to play with that. Or if you're desperate enough, and I'm not saying you should be going out and doing this, you can go to certain websites that have bid turns of the entire set and get those. But I still think you should actually go out and try to find the books and support Wizards of the Coast. Well, now it's time for our show that you all love. The rating. I give this game a 79%. It's a great game. It has slight flaws. You'll see the flaws when you actually play it. Other than that, hey, go and try it. Well, that's it for today's episode. My name is Tekno, and I'm Line.